Champagne. I mean, we celebrate.
If you're fancy.
Actually, you don't.
If you're bougie.
I love champagne. I'm not.
You are bougie.
I can't believe you call me bougie.
She is. If you know Samara, you know she's bougie. Okay, I'm done inviting people. Bear with me, people in my group. I'm the production manager. I'm setting up the set.
Good, though.
It looks
So
good?
Looks good.
Everything good?
Yes. No.
Do you notice something?
Hold on. Come over.
Do you guys notice something about us today?
We have a. Hold on. Let me take my scarf off. Apparently, we have a uniform. We did not plan this. This was completely unplanned.
I cannot.
She showed up and I was dressed the same way, and we had the same black thing on top.
Blazer and olive dress.
I can't. I don't know what happened.
This is our uniform.
It is unintentional. See, we think alike, guys. So we always.
Can you tell how alike we are?
This is a hot mess for real.
Oh God.
And I have a rug or a blanket because I don't want to show everybody my whole goodies, you know.
You have a rug?
Like, I forget to cross my legs. I'm not very ladylike all the time.
I'm ladylike, but I'm not wearing any shoes.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Welcome
back.
I feel like we need like a horn thing, like
Yes. Like pom-poms.
yes, we're back.
We're back to Messy Tuesdays. How's everyone doing today? If you're watching live, drop it 1 below. And if you're watching a replay, drop it 2 below. And welcome back to our Messy Tuesdays.
Yes, it is.
Hot mess, Messy Tuesdays. We are on time. This is a record. We're breaking a record. We're never on time.
We're on time.
We're actually early.
We want to, I know, because last week we were a little late. I think. Or last
late.
time, not even last week, like 2 weeks
We're
ago.
always late. But they say successful people. What is it? Successful people are always late?
Yes. Successful people are always late, so there you go.
Okay.
We're very
There you
successful.
We try.
We're working on success.
How's my phone? I feel like it's a little bit like.
It's a towel. I
It's
don't
a little
know.
bit.
But I don't think, will it record like that?
We'll leave it like that. Whatever.
Sorry, guys.
We're still not fancy enough to have our own stands. Maybe one day when we're not lazy, we'll bring the stands.
Bring my stand.
We're still using the yoga mats, you guys, as a freaking stand.
We'll get it together, I promise.
One day, we promise we'll get it together. All right, guys.
Grab some coffee. Grab something to drink.
Grab something.
I'm crashing today because it's been
We're
a long
drinking
day,
coffee.
So coffee
Yes.
it is.
My gosh. How was your day today?
It was fun.
Fun.
I'm going to say fun because I got everything accomplished that I wanted to get accomplished.
Good.
Including grocery shopping with 3 kids.
I give you props.
3 out of 4. So I
3
feel
and-
accomplished, and I feel I got to cook dinner before I went to work, and I feel accomplished.
Good.
What was yours?
It was long. It was okay. Meetings all day, and I was able to cook before I got here.
Good. What'd you make for dinner?
I made shrimps in salsa criolla. I saw it online.
I hope that. Wait, is it like al ajillo? No.
No, salsa criolla. So what I did is I put I did like onions, garlic, red peppers, and then I saute them, and then the shrimp, and then I put tomato sauce, a little bit of what's it called, heavy cream, and then a little bit of butter, and it made like a sauce for the shrimps.
So I made camarones al ajillo. I made shrimp. Awesome.
No way! Today?
What the fuck?
I'll take happening. We need to stop hanging out, okay?
Which is so crazy. And I don't know, whoever, if you're not Hispanic, camarones al ajillo are shrimp with like a garlic and tomato sauce.
It's basically the same thing I made.
I know.
It's the same thing I made.
If it was that.
What the hell? We dress the same, we cook the same.
She's in my head.
My God.
She's in my head because I made it first. I know that I made it before you did. So
That's insane.
I know it is.
getting
today's
back.
topic.
We're having a very tough topic, so we're trying to like
Lighten it up.
yes.
And it's not gonna be like, this probably topic will come up again. We just wanted to get to the tip of the iceberg of it and like explore it and talk more about it, because we did see like some comments that said that we wanted to talk more about that, so we absolutely will share more about it.
So people in my group, if you don't know, Samari has her own group, her own coaching group. It's actually pinned in my group.
And vice versa.
Yes, and vice versa. And in her group, we got a couple of feedbacks when it came to topics. And one of the topics that we got was toxic relationships. So we want to cover that a little bit because we want to, give you guys what you guys want to hear. But we want to make it fun, interesting, educational, in the best possible way without getting too
So we're not all depressed in
emotional
here
or like depressed. Like we don't want that for you guys.
We want to bring you guys joy, but we know that life is not everything but joy. There's going to be things that we all of the time encounter that we have to deal with. It's like the shitty stuff that we have to.
Sure.
It's the shitty world. There's some shitty people out here, and we have to learn how to deal with them and be able to be a bigger person and move on. And how do we get past those? And that's not always the easiest thing. So, drum roll. Today's topic is
toxic relationships. But we have notes, you guys, because we have ADD. We get very distracted
and very off topic quickly. So
our meetings are like, it could last like a whole day, and we're never gonna end the whole. Yeah.
We're like
we never get to the point. It's like we jump from this to that. It's like we have ADD, like some serious ADD.
So, by the way, if anyone has great tips on how to learn how to focus more, let us know. Yes, please, because
even if we write things down and we still can't.
I have like
side distracted so bad.
Planners, and she has a planner, and we have I have notes on my phone all the time of topics and things that we want to talk about or what we want to do in our meetings. So we get very distracted. But anyway, so we have notes for our topic today, girls and guys. Wait, mostly girls, I think.
I don't have any
girls.
guys.
Okay.
You have guys in your group?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't have, for those of you, I don't know if you guys know this, but my group is strictly women.
Okay.
I'm just there to help you guys.
Yeah. I really think that mine is too, but
I just want to, in my group, I want to build a community of women that we can support each other. We can talk about topics like this and not feel like judged by men.
Yes. Because
let's face it, not all men are alike, but like men, they don't understand women, just like we don't understand them fully. Even though we're better. Just kidding. But I just want to. I want it to be a safe environment for women to just like learn about different topics and just be there between women and help each other out. Yes. Basically, that's why my group is strictly women only, and women 18 and over too.
Yeah. So I know for sure everyone's 18 and over in my group. I'm pretty sure it's all women, but maybe there might be a man. I don't know. I have to go through my.
You.
So there is.
Hey, you random man.
You can get some tips too.
Yeah. Take some notes.
So I see some comments. I can't read them from here. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I will say hello after. I'll wave to everyone and comment. I'm sorry.
That's
if you see, like, our phones are, like, mega far away. It's okay.
We're too tired. We don't want you to see our eye bags.
I know.
We're just too tired.
Our dark circles. Like,
yeah. We're tired. We're mom, businesswomen, full-time jobs, and we're still here.
We're making it work.
We're making one day at a time. All right, see, we get side distracted so fast.
Let's focus.
Okay, focus.
All right,
to the topic.
So toxic relationships. I know we have briefly talked a little bit in the past. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. And we're just going to go a little bit deeper on like what are toxic relationships and how can you either get out of a toxic relationship or how to be able to heal yourself so you're not feeling like you are owing somebody something. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we feel guilty about leaving someone or just shutting that door in that relationship, but honestly, if it's toxic, it's toxic, and you gotta let it go, let it ties, and how to do that in the best way possible. And these are just obviously like our experiences, so it's tips from us. Like, in how we have experienced it, how we have heard other people experience it, and we're just sharing this with you. So
Exactly.
always it's just
So toxic relationship, it could be with family, friends, your partner, business owner, what else?
Co-workers.
Teacher, student relationship, co-workers.
Yeah.
So we're not focusing on just like family toxic, environment. We're talking about in general.
Yes.
A toxic relationship. It's a toxic relationship. Doesn't matter who it is with.
Yeah.
And a negative person in your life is not beneficial for you, spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Yes. It's
So,
true.
if you are experiencing something like that, it's and you don't have anyone. Sometimes we don't have people to reach out to.
We don't.
We feel like we're gonna be judged, especially if it's someone close to us. And I just want to take it like maybe we can take it like one step at a time. Like let's focus like maybe start with friendship, and we can talk a little bit about like how to deal with someone toxic in your life as far as being a friend.
Yep.
Because sometimes like if it's someone that you grew up with or you've been friends with for like 10 years, people change, we all change, we have
Priorities,
it's part
yeah.
of life that we change and we grow as as a person. So we're all gonna change, we're never gonna be the same. So like how will you deal with someone that it's like a friendship, that you have a friend, someone that is your friend, but it's very toxic in your life, and it's very negative, and it's just like constantly bringing your energy down?
So I have experience with this very very good experience, and good not in a good way, but in the sense of that I was in a relationship with a friend who I felt like we were, like she was not much older than me, but she was going through life in places that I wanted to go. So she already had gotten married, got her own house, and had like a career. So, and I felt like I was still doing these things, and so it was always like a comparison at first. But then it was also became like toxic, and I use the word toxic when I felt judged by what she would always say to me. So she would kind of comment on my life and like what I was doing, and like I wasn't, when I first had my oldest son, I was not married to my husband, so we didn't get married until my son was 4 almost. So I felt like that was a situation, and she would always comment on like, oh, you need to get married and this needs to happen, and it's just like it got so much in my head that at one point I was like so upset that I wasn't married yet, and I'm like, I need to be married, like it's a time, like why am I not married yet, and like why is this not happening? So I this went on for, I want to say 10 years. Yeah.
That's a
So like
long
10 years
time.
on and off, like in the last few years I kind of learned more how to detach myself from that and just be like, you know what, like I don't really want to talk to them, and like I don't see this like a very positive environment. And like I said, not everything's gonna be like roses and like beautiful rainbows, and there's gonna be hard like talks that you're gonna have with your friends. But when you're constantly feeling like another person's putting you down and judging your decisions, and almost like wanting, like having you rethink of like, am I doing this right? Like, should I pick something else? And like second guessing yourself constantly, that's not good and not healthy. So I think the last time I spoke to her was when I had the twins, 2017. And after that, I literally just deleted like everything, like off of social media, of like all the social media. My phone, I deleted her number and everything, because I'm like, you know what, I don't really need to talk to her anymore, and like it wasn't something that was making me better. So if you're in a situation like that,
And it's not only think about it like someone in your friends usually tend to give advices, and there's a fine line between giving an advice and giving a constructive criticism on something, and then giving an insult or being judgy. As far as like let's put an example, like someone, like a friends usually do this, just like family members, like constantly putting someone down as far as like their weight. That's something very popular. They're usually like judging how you look, what's your weight, or how you dress, or like like what you did today, what you ate today. Like they're constantly picking on you. and it makes you feel down. So if you feel like someone's bringing you down constantly, doesn't matter what it is, the situation, if it's they're judging your work or the way you look, you don't need that in your life.
No.
You need to move on. We need to move on. And don't feel bad because you're ending a friendship that's been for years. Like, again, if you don't need it in your life, if it's not beneficial, let it go. It's
and
okay
if it's
to let it go.
bringing joy. So it's almost like what is the term? The Marie Kondo? Like, I forgot. I don't know. I'm saying the term right. But it's the person that, like, the big face, where everybody says, like, you hold on to something, and if it doesn't make you feel good and doesn't make your heart good, it's time for you to let it go. And that's how you can declutter your house. It's decluttering your life of relationships that are toxic in your life. So there's always like so much that you can go through with someone in a relationship that is not bringing you joy anymore. Like, a friendship should bring you joy, just like other relationships in your life. You know, it should bring you happiness. You should be able to count more your happy moments than your sad moments with that person. And friends should be able to constantly support you, to constantly be there for you when you need them, and be realistic, but not in the sense of like judging you. And there's a difference. Like, there's being realistic and judging someone is two totally different things. You know, like, sometimes we all need like this reality check and just to come back to earth, because we're wrong, you know. But being judged is like, you know, every decision that you're making is like not a good one, and like you're doing everything wrong. And you know, sometimes we like fucked up in life and we don't get everything right, but it's impossible to get absolutely every single thing wrong that we're doing. So it's just it's not okay.
You definitely need someone in your life supporting you, because we'll go through situations where we need someone to to talk with. Women are different than men. Men don't usually share their feelings. They hate sharing their feelings, and like, they start saying, "Oh, you women always sharing your feelings. Oh, you women always talking to your friends," because we need that support system, because it's lacking somewhere else, and we're looking for some, in our friends or family. But if you're constantly feeling judged and you feel like you're always there for that person, but that person's never there for you, then the friendship's not mutual. No. There's a convenience right there, and that person just taking advantage of you and advantage of your time, because your time is valuable, especially if you are a mom or a business owner or you work. Regardless of what you do in life, your time is valuable. So don't spend it with someone that is not valuing your life, your friendship, your time. It's not worth it. So don't feel bad to let go. I will let go of that. Yeah. If it's not doing anything good to you, just let go. And that goes jumping back to like a relationship with your partner, and that goes like someone that's constantly putting you down. Words hurt more than anything else, and I could definitely tell you about that. Like, seriously, like, if you feel like you are not happy with someone, or that person's not making you happy, then don't be with that person. Like, life is too short to be focusing on things like that. Even if, regardless, I don't know whatever amount of time you've been with that person, again, we'll grow and we turn into different people. Like, I think, like, every couple of years, like, we're gonna continue growing and growing and growing and wanting.
We're all evolving.
All the time. And you're always gonna. The older you get, your mindset's gonna change. You're gonna want different things. And if that person that's next to you doesn't grow with you, then it's not worth it anymore. And if that person that's with you is constantly putting you down, then it's not worth it. Like, I've seen women that they don't take care of themselves because they feel judged by their husband. Yeah. Why you need to get ready? Where are you going?
Who are you going to see? Or why you got to get dressed like that? What are you look cute for?
Do what makes you happy. Yeah. What the hell? Just do what makes you happy. Dress however you want. Look however you feel like you want to look, because at the end of the day, it's going to make you happy. It's going to make you feel good. And
you cannot be living for somebody else.
No.
Like, they're going to live their lives and you need to live yours.
Yes.
And, like, it's your life. It is yours.
Yes, because at the end of the day, if he or she leaves you, decides to go, I'm not saying like leave you for anyone else, decides to just leave, think about all those years you just spent listening to whatever.
Making them happy.
Yeah, making them happy, not making yourself happy. Think about that. Think about the sacrifice you did. You sacrificed your life, your happiness for someone that it was not even worth it. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, like 20 years later, you're going to be like, where the time went. Like, I'm like 50 years old. I spent 20 years with someone that didn't appreciate me. Now I'm old. I'm like sad. Like, it gets to you. Depression will get to you. So do what makes you happy. Be happy. If that person's not making you happy, don't feel like you have to stay. Don't feel like you have to do all these things with them for
and
them.
also don't feel like guilty about leaving them and making yourself a priority, because I think often we stay in toxic relationships across the board because we feel guilty. We feel that we owe somebody something. We feel that they have done something for us. Maybe they did at one point in our lives, but you already have repaid that. Like, that doesn't mean that you're going to sit here and owe them forever, because you have, you know, if you've been a good friend, a good wife, a good, you know, daughter, whatever it is, you have been able to repay that. You don't owe them for a lifetime.
Exactly. And don't stay for the kids, women. Don't stay for the kids. God, Jesus. I hate that. Like, don't stay because of the kids. You know why? Because when they turn... No, it's not only going to hurt them, but think about this. You know, like, they're going to turn 18 years old. They're going to leave, do their lives, because that's the way they should do it. And guess who's going to stay home alone, depressed, unhappy? You. Not them. They're going to do their life. You're going to think about your happiness.
Not only that, if you're unhappy if you're in this toxic relationship and you're unhappy, because most people are unhappy in toxic relationships, and you're showing this to your kids, boy or girls, you're teaching them that this is acceptable. This is the type of behavior that they can go and recreate with their relationships, and that they're able to either be on the receiving end of that, or they could be giving it out to other people, and that's not okay.
That's a good
It becomes a vicious cycle, because now you're creating like this thing that you're showing them that it's okay, because they grew up with it. So they saw 18 years of their life of, you know, mom taking dad's shit, or mom being the door stopper for everybody in the family, you know, whatever that situation.
Break the cycle, exactly. Break the cycle. Start now. Don't wait. Just do it now. You're a wonderful woman. You're independent. We're living in a world where now women are super independent.
You're in control. You're in control of
you and your life. Be in control of your life. We're in a different era. We're in a different decade. We are, you know, like, this is our year. This is our life. Not year, but like, this is our lifetime now. Like, back in the day, I will understand that women felt like they didn't have rights, they couldn't do anything, they had to depend on men. We don't need to do that anymore. You know, if you don't make the change, no one's gonna make it for you.
And sometimes I mean, financially, I'm just thinking of like a lot of the relationships that women stay in with their partners, because they're not able to, they don't believe that they're able to sustain their household in a financial way. But there's always way. Again, we live in a time now that you don't even have to go to college half of the time to get, like, have a beautiful career and, like, live out your dreams. Like, so many people out here are just being creative and doing things and being amazing and, like, being successful at it. So don't ever think that you not making quote-unquote enough money or not able to afford things now, it should be a reason for you to stay in these relationships or take someone's shit. Because sometimes, you know, like, sometimes there's times that we either are living with our parents or like staying like with somebody else, you know, like crashing, like, and then we feel like we have to stay in this relationship and take like shit from somebody else because we're with them, you know, like if we leave, like, or our parents are supporting us, like, you know, they give us money, you know, because sometimes I've seen so many times that, like, you know, you're living in your parent or your parents are sustaining. I've seen people's parents pay their bills even like when they're have their own mortgage and stuff like that, but they feel like that they can now control what's going on in that household because they're giving you money, they're paying your bills like here and there. So things like that are also not good because no one else should be controlling anything. And if they're giving you something, that's because they should want to give it to you and they are able to help you, not because you're taking a bit, you know, situation wise or whatever. So just think of the relationship and to think of the dynamics in the relationship and how that's playing out and how you're communicating to others, you know, what that means, and to yourself.
At the end of the day, it's gonna be your happiness that's gonna be on the line. So that's why you gotta think about yourself and what's gonna make you happy. And all of that includes also family members.
So I want to talk a little bit more about family members because that's even harder to kind of cut out of your lives because you often feel that you owe them. You owe them because they're your blood relatives or they're like, you know, some type of blood relative and you don't want to cut them off because what kind of person are you going to be, like leaving them out there.
Feelings, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
sometimes we enable people too.
I think like my advice on that topic is you don't have to cut them through, but like you can limit the amount of time you spend with them.
Yes.
You know, the amount of time you talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's easier to talk to family as far as like how you feel. Like I would think that it's easier to like tell your a cousin, a family member, like, listen, like, I don't need this in my life. If we're not going to be talking about something positive, then I don't want to hear it. I think it's maybe a little bit easier, but if it's not, then you don't even have to explain yourself. You can just, like...
I think it depends, yeah, but I think it's true. You don't have to explain yourself. Don't feel like you owe someone an explanation, that you need to, like, you owe them a reason why you don't want to continue to be part of this toxic environment that you're in, because some people are just negative. They bring you down. Again, they're judging when they don't need to be judging, or they're just bringing that energy where you're like constantly feeling like you need to do something for them, and you're feeling like you have to help them or do something like that. And believe me, we're all for helping others, but there's also like a fine line between like helping and taking advantage, and how far do you go with that. And toxic parents, and I'll briefly speak about this because I feel like I have like some personal experience with that. You know, anyone who knows me personally knows that like my relationship with my father has always been not a great one. I mean, he was not the best husband to my mother, and we saw that a lot growing up. So I felt like very angry growing up. So at one point I didn't ever want to speak to him and like have any type of relationship with him at all. But as I got older, I was able to forgive him for his toxic environment, and like the reason, you know, whatever his mind reasons were for to be the way that he was when we were growing up, it's up to him and God, like whatever. But for me, distancing myself from him was actually like a better thing, you know. Like I forgave. I didn't stop talking to him completely because that was my father, and I felt that I could still have some type of relationship in distance, you know. And I wanted my kids to know him and know who he was, and like they do, they know who he is, and they know like that's the crazy grandpa. So
that's a good way to deal with when you're dealing with toxic parents or like brothers, siblings. Just because you obviously, it's different to cut somebody off your life when they're just so close to you.
Yeah.
But it's a good way to deal with it, you know, like if you need some time to heal and some time to just like, it's okay to stop talking to them for a while. And it will be even better to like learn to forgive. You know, you can't forget, but at least you can forgive, and that's going to bring you inner peace within yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's yourself that you need to be more concerned about. Your spirit, you know, it will affect you physically as well, mentally. Yes. So you have to be thinking about those things.
Space in your mind and your just yourself. And I know that a lot of us have read that quote that says, you know, forgiveness is not about them, it's about you. Yes. So you always are, you know, somebody might never even say sorry for things that they have done to you, and that's okay, because maybe they don't know how to like say sorry, or maybe in their mind they truly believe that they didn't do anything wrong. But once you forgive them, it doesn't mean that you're gonna go back and be like, kumbaya, let's party together, we're gonna spend every time like together, and we're gonna talk on the phone every day. No, that's not. Forgiveness is not about that at all.
Yeah, you create boundaries. You create boundaries. You create the space between both of you, so that way that person, if that person hasn't changed their toxic ways, at least it's not affecting you, because you have the time and space you need to become stronger and build that, you know, that strength you need, like mentally and physically, to deal with people like that. Like we don't all function the same way. We can't all say, oh, I know how to deal with toxic people. We don't all. We can't think
something that you learn too.
Yeah, you have to like learn. You have to build yourself up. You have to learn how to deal with all of that. And sometimes you need time. Like I said, time will heal anything.
And that is so true. Like going back to my father's and I relationship, from 14 to probably like 22, I was not the nicest person when I spoke about him and when I saw him and dealt with him. After that, you know, maybe it was because I had my oldest son, and that kind of like brought me a little bit in a different place. But that alone, like, you know, the time had passed. I was a different person, and I learned how to forgive him for everything that he had done, and just, again, boundaries. And it's still, like, you know, we still have boundaries. Like, you know, I'll text them, say hello for holidays, you know, here and there, but it's not like I'm calling him every day and having, like, 2-hour conversations with him, so.
But,
So it's
you
very
know,
realistic.
you're doing something good for your kids as well. So if you have kids, you know, it's harder when you have kids because you have to, like, think about the kids as well. But, you know, you got to think about balance as well. Like, if you're in a toxic relationship with whoever is close to your kids, that's going to affect your kids in the long run. So giving that space, it's going to balance everything. Like, they're still in your life, but not fully there to make you feel so unhappy and make you feel miserable and
bring
depressed.
that toxic behaviors and toxic actions to your kids. That's a different thing too. If you have people around you who you have been in a relationship with, parents, family, not family, but now your kids are seeing, again, they're seeing or they're receiving, you know, they're being part of that toxic relationship now because of that person, they have to go.
Yep.
They have to go.
Let it go.
I know.
Let it go.
They have to go because it's not, you know, that's, you would not want your children to grow up like that, ever.
Sure.
So you want the best for them, just like you want to give them everything. So
Exactly.
all right,
What else
so
we
let's
got?
switch it up really quick to a happier topic. And again, like, if you have any questions, we could try to, like, help you out, sort some things out. I mean, it is a heavy topic. It's hard. It's not
hard.
easy.
Let loose now.
But
Let's get loose. It is a hard topic, but we wanted to get out of the way first.
Yes.
Just because I know there's a lot of people that it's dealing with something like this, and it gets all the way to depression. They don't have anyone to talk with. They can't afford a therapist. They can't afford a psychologist. They can't afford all these, like, you know, things that they might need, and it could be useful for them. So we just want to, like, bring you guys some awareness, and also, like, make you guys think that you guys are not alone.
No.
There's a
We all go
community
through
of
that,
women
yeah.
here. A community of women here that are we're able to help each other out. So don't feel like you're alone. If you need someone to speak with, you can talk to either one of us, or just post it in our groups. I'm sure there's plenty of women that are going through the same things or have gone through the same things, and they can give you, you know, their own advice if you need it. Don't feel like you're alone in this. Whatever it is, like if you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's like physically or emotionally, like speak up and find help because you're not alone.
No.
All right. So we're done.
We're done with that.
We're done with that one.
Relationships. So, do you want to talk a little bit about being a sexual life? Or, yeah. I know, we're just jumping right into, like, a totally different, like, area. But not really. Like,
It's
it kind of, it does go, like, alongside. Because, I don't know if you guys remember, last time we came on live, we said that we're going to bring in more of, like, some of the sexual health wellness also. So every time we do the show, we're going to do a little bit of, like, you know, heavier topics, and then we're going to do, like, something more fun, and, like, and not everything in the sexual realm is fun. There's also some heavy topics in that area, too.
Oh, yeah.
But, we won't talk about the heavy ones today. We'll leave that for another heavy conversation.
Yeah. We gotta make it fun for you guys. And sex is a topic that is such a big taboo. And sex is a topic that not everyone's comfortable talking about, and it's something that I want to bring to this segment. Just because women are afraid to speak up for what they want, especially with their partner. So because we were talking about relationships, maybe we're gonna focus a little bit on, you know, like how to communicate with your partner when it comes to your sex life.
Yes, your sexual needs.
Your sexual needs, yes. What you want, what you need, what you desire.
And like, let's be honest, like the communication period is a big thing between relationships with your partner, whether it's like your forever partner or is your like boo thing or is your like side piece. No.
Whatever floats your boat, we are not going to judge.
No, but you still need to communicate because there's no fun. Like, why are you gonna have sex with your side piece and not be satisfied? Like, what the fuck is
Get
that?
another piece.
That there's no point in having sex with your side piece. Like, hello.
No, but it is important to communicate because, oh my God, I get this all the time. Like, it hurts or he's not doing it right. Are you? And I say, are you communicating? No. Then how do you expect him to know?
And I think it goes back to people feeling like they are afraid to hurt someone else's feelings. Because if they say, like, if you tell them that you didn't like something during, like, sex, now you hurt that person's feeling and they're going to feel some type of way about it.
Trust me when I say this. I have a lot of guy friends, and I love having guy friends because I like to study people. I like to, like, learn about people. I like to, like, especially men, because in the field that I'm in, you know, helping women, I like to have a lot of guy friends because I like to, like, pick their brains and, like, see what they, you know, like, I want to know what they're always thinking about. How do they see us, like, what they want from us. And something that I always get from, like, men, they tell me, like, you need to speak in your group about what women need to be doing, like, how they need to be communicating to us, what they want, what we want, like they want that communication. Like, you think they don't? They want, yes, they want that communication. They want you guys to be more confident when you guys want something and ask for something. And so don't feel bad asking for something, or don't feel bad, you know, asking him, what do you want? You know, like, don't feel bad, because that's what they want. That's what they like. Yes. They like, I always say this, like, men, very rare the man that really cares about the looks about someone. Like, men love confidence. And I'm telling you this, like, they love confidence.
And assertiveness comes with confidence.
Yes.
So, like, when you're an assertive person, you are exuding, like, confidence, because you're telling someone what you want, or whatever.
There's nothing more sexy than a woman knowing what they want.
Yes.
And that
and how they want it, you know?
Yeah. And communicating about it. Like, being confident, that's something that guys, like, melt for, because it's so rare in women. Like, some women are very shy. They don't feel like they want to say what they want. And, like, that's a little bit of a turn off for a guy. So that's why they always end up getting someone more, you think they're wild, and it's not that they're wild, it's more that they're more assertive. Yeah. And they are more confident, and that's what they love. Because I get that all the time. Like, men love someone that's confident.
And maybe we can talk next time we do about how to be more confident too. Definitely. Because I think that's like a huge topic, and that's across the board. Not only, like,
let us know if you want to hear that.
Men. Yes,
we can talk about confidence next.
You could just write confident in the comments.
Confidence in the comments.
We know that you want to talk more about confidence. I think that's just always a good thing to discuss in general, and that just will boost.
Exactly. So don't be shy about asking, you know, what you want anal, then do anal, girl. But no, communicate.
If you want to be wild and have sex outside, then
yes, we're going to be covering so many topics. I know we don't want to make this long for you guys, but we want to be covering a lot of topics. We want to talk about, you know, like, confidence is good. You know, sexual pleasure. Yes. Your self pleasure, masturbation. What else?
Positions 101.
Positions,
yes, so
different positions, oral sex, different kind of, like, things that you can, accessories you can use in the bathroom, like, fun things that can change your marriage, or your, you know, whatever, your relationship with your partner. Because sometimes a lot of women are not educated enough, and we want to bring that out there for you guys, so you guys can learn different ways to keep it spicy. Yeah, keep it spicy in the relationship. Like, men love a little bit of spice in the relationship, or anyone in general. Men, women, like, whoever you're with, it's always good to change it up, especially if you've been with that person for quite some time now. It's good to always keep it fresh.
So I have a question. What happens when you have, like, a boring person as your, like, sex partner who doesn't really, like, change? What do you do? But you want it different. Again, I know communication is key, but what happens if that person doesn't want to, like, do something more adventurous?
Yeah, I get that. I would say you do it. I would say you bring it to the table. Yeah. If you feel like, let's say, oh, like, he doesn't like this. First of all, how do you know he doesn't like it? Yeah. That would be my first question. How do you know he doesn't like it? Have you talked to him about it? Okay, let's say you did, and he said, yes, I don't like that. Then you gotta, like, try to find things that he likes, and, like, give it a little twist for that, you know, like, he can, like, I don't know, like, if he's into video games, like, dress like a freaking character. I don't know, like, find ways, find ways of things that he likes to make it more fun for you guys. We all have that little thing that we like something.
Yes.
Everyone
and
does.
I don't think, I mean, this is my opinion, but I don't think sex should be just very, like, long. Like, just like sex, like, duh. I think it needs to be, like, pleasurable. You're sharing an experience with somebody else. You're, like, this experience, this outer body, like, wow, experience with your partner, whoever that might be. Like, so it needs to, I mean, it needs to be good. It needs to, like, feel good and, like, feel good, not only, like, feeling good of the sexual act, but feeling good inside, like, when you're in that.
Yes, I was talking to a group of ladies once, and that came up, one of the subjects, like, oh, he's boring, like, I do all this for him, and he doesn't like it, and this and that. And then I said, why don't you try toys? Why don't you try doing, like, maybe start with enhancements, maybe try something different, like warming lubricants, things to foreplay with, and bring something, like, to the table. And if he's not into that, maybe, like, try to bring toys that for both of you guys to see, like, that's something fun and different. And if you say, oh, but he wouldn't like that, you don't know, you have to try it. And there's certain toys for men that they will love, and I will guarantee you, because I get this a lot, like, women like, oh, he's not into toys. As soon as I recommend this specific toy, immediately I get feedback saying he loved it. He loved it and he wants to do it all the time. And I'm like, I told you, like, all you need to do is just do it. Don't even ask him, just do it.
Yeah.
He will love it. That's why we want to also talk about oral sex, because that's a big topic that a lot of women don't like talking about. They're like, ugh, like this and that. I'm like, we need to talk about this, but I have so much to say about this topic that I'm not going to get into it right now. But we will. We will talk about oral sex.
Yes.
It's gonna get steamy here. It's a little bit hot.
Okay. Bring the fans out.
But yeah, be more assertive in the bedroom. You know, like get your sexy on. You know, like do it for you. At the end of the day, it's gonna be your pleasure too.
Yes. And tell them what you want. Tell your partners what you want.
Exactly. Tell them.
Communication.
Girl, tell them.
So,
right?
I think
we're gonna wrap it up now. We're trying to keep it under 30 minutes. We don't want to bore you guys.
All right, guys. So
thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure having you guys here and being here for you guys. And remember, we're here to help you guys, so don't feel like you're alone in whatever. If you need any kind of advice, either if it's your sexual life or anything that you have to deal with in your personal life, whether it's what we talk about, toxic relationships. So let us know.
Absolutely.
Let us know what you guys want to hear as well, you know, whatever it is.
We're always open to more topics and
yes.
like more topics about general like life things, and also about, you know, sexual health and wellness, like hello, and fitness too. Like we're not trying to exclude anything, so just how to be like healthier,
we want a little bit of everything. Give us whatever you want.
We'll try to talk about them all.
I hope you guys enjoy this.
Happy Tuesday.
I hope you guys enjoy our uniforms as well.
Yes. We'll try to match again next time without even like letting each other know what we're wearing.
No, we're not.
Watch if we can show up. I'm gonna text her beforehand so I know what she's wearing, so I'm not wearing the same thing.
Take a picture before.
Be like, this
so
is
we're
what
not
I'm wearing. Make sure that you're not wearing the same colors.
Oh God, I can't believe we're wearing the same outfit. But thank you guys. We love you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you guys next time.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Actually, it's gonna be St. Patrick's Day, so woo! That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we should do something fun. All right, guys. Bye-bye.